Good morning, everybody. Matt Moda here to give you my favorite MLB home run predictions for today. We're talking Friday, April 18th. Happy Friday, everybody. The Dong Report is back in your life. I'm going to have 3 MLB home run picks for you guys to lock in for tonight's MLB betting slate. Very, very confident in the 3 plays that we have for tonight. Of course, before we can get into those picks tonight, we got to do a recap from yesterday, which was amazing. I had told you guys all season, this is what Dong life is like. You're going to have some rough stretches, and you're going to have some amazing stretches. And that's exactly what we had yesterday. We got 3 of our 4 guys to cash. Corbin Carroll, the only one that did not hit a home run. Of course, he was the first one to play as well. So at least we knew that the parlay of all 4 wasn't going to cash. But just an amazing night last night, up 3.16 units on the Dong Report yesterday. That's the beauty of the Dong Report. You know, we're going to have a couple rough days in a row. You have one day like this, that gives you enough money to fund 3 bad days in a row. That's just the beauty of the Dong Report. That now brings our total profit on the entire season. We are up 8.97 units. We are up 41.92% ROI. Now, one thing that I just want to track just to show you guys kind of the level of the success that we're having here. So when I'm playing these dongers, I play them for 0.3, 0.25 units, right? Quarter unit mostly. If you've played every single home run for just a flat 1 unit rate, so you didn't bother unit sizing, you just said, hey, I'm going to put 1 unit on every single home run, you'd be up 42 units if you did that. Now, I don't recommend putting 1 unit on dongs. Anybody telling you to put 1 unit on dongs, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. You're just asking to have a stretch where you're down 10 units over the course of a week. Now, if you end up in the green, it might not matter. I just like to be a little bit more responsible for my unit sizing, but I know that there are people out there that track everything as 1 unit. So I figured I would just give you guys the numbers as if everything was tracked for 1 unit, just to give you guys context to that. But for my official profit, what I am up myself is this 8.97 unit number, 41.92% ROI. Regardless, very, very good. It's been an amazing season. We had an amazing day yesterday, and let's keep it up. So let's get into today's Dong picks. I'm gonna have 3 for you guys to lock in. To start, as always, we got to start with the weather. I'm pulling up Ballpark Pal here, my favorite MLB tool. If you want to check Ballpark Pal out, I put a link to them in the description of the video as well as the pinned comment. I can get you 10% off if you want to sign up monthly, and I can get you 15% off if you want to sign up for the year. Now, what I always like to start my home run betting with is to look at the weather. Now, we got a couple games in the green for weather today, which is pretty good. This Cubs game is absurd. I mean, it's humid. It's the barometric pressure is low, which is good for carry. It's like 20-mile-an-hour winds blowing out of the stadium. Unfortunately, the books know this, and you'll see that the guys are priced pretty grossly in this Cubs Diamondbacks game. But overall, a pretty good weather game. There's only really one game that's graded red, and nothing that would scare me off from a weather perspective. So you kind of have full reign in terms of the slate of what you wanted to lock in. My first official bet here, I locked in Shohei Ohtani. I took him to hit a home run. Best offered price here at plus 260 odds at DraftKings. So he is the first play that I put out to my Tails account. Plus 260 at DraftKings. Yeah, no line movement here, so you're good to go. I did up my unit size on this one a little bit. So instead of playing everything for a quarter unit, I played it for 0.4. Basically, if I'm betting somebody that's under plus 400, I make it so my unit size, so I still profit around a unit. So if Ohtani hits a home run, I will profit around 1 unit if he hits a home run. So looking at Ohtani, couple things here. Number one, he had a little bit of a rough stretch in the home run department over the last couple days. He didn't really do much. He wasn't hitting the ball super hard. It looks like he's coming out of that. He had a game, so he didn't play yesterday, but 2 days ago, we're looking at Wednesday here. He had 3 hard hits total. He had the 2 hardest hits of the entire game. He had a home run that traveled 448 feet. That is ridiculous. 448 feet is insane. He also had the second, that was the hardest hit of the game, 111 miles per hour off the bat. He also had the second hardest hit of the game, 108.5 miles per hour off the bat, just a little bit too low of a launch angle. If he got that up a little bit more, that would have been another home run, but he absolutely smoked that baseball. So when Ohtani's on a hot streak, you're going to want to continue to ride that thing. And, you know, he's going up against Jacob deGrom, which sounds scary. You know, Jacob deGrom obviously been an incredible pitcher in his career. really not the same guy. And what I like about Ohtani is I mentioned this a couple times in videos. So Ballpark Pal prices their own odds to home runs. It's very rare that you will see someone like Ohtani be plus EV. Granted, it's very slight, but still positive expected value on a site like Ballpark Pal, right? DraftKings is giving this to us at plus 260, Ballpark Pal plus 250. So it's rare because the odds are always going to be so low on guys like Ohtani, on guys like Aaron Judge, that if you can find a situation like this where Ohtani's positive EV, I actually put some value in that. But the thing is, DeGrom hasn't been himself this year. So if you look at the matchup, right, moderate advantage for Ohtani, D matchup for Ohtani, F matchup for Jacob DeGrom. But like I said, DeGrom really hasn't been himself this year. Now, maybe he'll come out of it. Maybe he'll end up playing much better or pitching much better as the season goes on. Obviously, everything here is a small sample size. But this year, Jacob DeGrom's given up 4 home runs on the year. He's given up 4 home runs and 7 extra base hits. All 4 of those home runs have been hit by left-handed hitters, and 6 of the 7 extra base hits were hit by left-handed hitters as well. So he's just been getting nuked by lefties. I mean, you look at the numbers here, 6.13% barrel rate, 50% hard hit rate. The line drive rate is low, 16% is good. Fly ball rate of 40%. He's just not the same pitcher, at least so far. Maybe he'll come out of it. Maybe he'll start pitching better, but that hasn't really been the case yet. He's just been getting rocked. I mean, his last start, he gave up 2 home runs. The start before that, he gave up 2 home runs. So his last 2 starts don't show a pitcher that is coming out of this cold spell or anything like that. And what's been getting smoked is his four-seam fastball. And guess who has the best stats on the Dodgers against four-seam fastballs? That would be one Shohei Ohtani. He's got a barrel rate of 20%. That's insane. A hard hit rate of 68.75%. That's insane. And a fly ball rate of 37% is actually a little bit low, but it doesn't show line drive rate, which Ohtani is more of a line drive home run hitter as opposed to a fly ball home run hitter. We just look at when the ball leaves the bat off of Ohtani from a four-seamer, it just gets smoked. 108.5 miles per hour off the bat, 103.4, 112, traveled 408 feet. So yeah, this Ohtani fellow, pretty good. And you look at the last 14 days, this report here I'm looking at, this is on FanGraphs. Ohtani has 9 barrels. That's that's tied for second in the entire MLB. And he's one of only 3 guys with 9 or more. And he's one of only 6 guys with 8 or more. So yeah, again, this Ohtani fellow, pretty good at mashing baseballs. So that is our first pick, Shohei Ohtani to hit a home run. Again, that's plus 260 odds at DraftKings. Next up, my third pick of the video, I'm going with Jorge Polanco to hit a home run. He is best offered at plus 430 odds at FanDuel. Now I'm going back to my quarter unit sizing for him. So plus 430 odds on him at a quarter unit. So if you look at Ballpark Pal, it actually doesn't look like it's that good of a matchup for Jorge Polanco. As you can see, it actually leans in favor of the pitcher. It's a C- for Jorge Polanco. There are a couple reasons why I really like him tonight. Number one is he's been hot at the plate. You look at his last week. So we're looking at his game log over the last 7 days. He's got 4 barrels, and this is over 5 games. So he's had 2 days off in this stretch. He's got 4 barrels in 5 games and 10 hard hits in 5 games as well. And you look at his last 3 games, his last 2 games. 3 hard hits yesterday, 2 hard hits the game before that. And he had a barrel in each of these games as well. So I want to see, all right, what's he doing? How is he hitting the baseball? Like, I know he had hard hits, but are they over 100 miles an hour? So we're going to Baseball Savant, which is where I look at exit velocity. And as you can see, he had a single that was 109.9 miles per hour off the bat, minus 3 degree launch angle, not high enough, obviously not even close. But then he had an 109.5 that was close, 19 degree launch angle. He got that like 2 degrees higher or 3 degrees higher. It might leave a stadium, still travel 329 feet. And then you had a double that traveled 329 feet as well, 14 degree launch angle. So hit the ball really hard, 3 hits all above 105.1 miles per hour off the bat. 2 of them with a launch angle that isn't quite in the sweet spot for a home run, but close. That was yesterday. You want to look at Wednesday. It's very similar. It's 2 more hard hits, and it's a double, and this is important, that traveled 373 feet, 107.2 miles per hour off the bat. If this bad boy was pulled in any direction, it would have been a home run, but it wasn't. So it was only a home run in like 2 of 3 stadiums. But 373 feet, 107.2 miles per hour off the bat is really good. And this is another awesome pitching matchup when you look at who he's going up against. He's going up against Bowden Francis of the Blue Jays. And Francis has not been good this year. I mean, you look at him overall, barrel rate of 10%, allowing allowing one home run per 15 at bats, 52% hard hit rate, all bad. Against lefties, all 4 of his home runs have been hit against lefties, and all of these numbers are bad. Barrel rate, 9.76%. Hard hit rate, 52.94%. Very, very bad. And again, he throws a four-seam fastball over 50% of the time. A splitter, also another 30%. Look who has the best stats on the season against four-seam fastballs. Actually better than Cal Raleigh, who is absolutely on fire. Barrel rate of 18%, hard hit rate of 55.56%. Now Raleigh has a little bit of a higher fly ball rate on fastballs specifically, but 2 home runs Polanco's hit have been off of four-seam fastballs. And in the last point I'll mention for Jorge Polanco is he's much better against right-handed pitching. So he is a switch hitter. That's what this B means when you look at like bats. Like he bats switch hitter, and then he throws with his right hand. So looking at his splits here, he's hit 3 home runs. All 3 have been against right-handed pitchers. His ISO rate against righties is a very good 282. ISO rate is basically, it stands for isolated power. It's your slugging minus your average. It just kind of it shows how hard a batter hits the baseball, like how many extra base hits they have. Anything 250 and above is considered excellent by FanGraphs standards. And then we go off of last year. We look, his ISO rate was better against righties. Now it's low, like we want that ISO rate to be better than 147, but he's in the middle of a hot streak. He's been really good this year. And just overall, 12 of his 16 home runs were hit against righties. Now obviously in more at-bats as well, but still he's better against right-handed pitching. And he's in the middle of a hot streak, so I feel pretty good about going with him. Jorge Polanco to hit a home run. Again, that's at plus 430 odds at FanDuel. And then our third and final pick of the video, and I'll give you guys some leans as well. I'm going right back to Tyler Soderstrom to hit a home run. I took him yesterday. He came through. I'm going right back to him today. He is best offered. He's actually plus 450 at Bet365. So unfortunately, the software that pulls these odds where I send my plays out doesn't pull odds on Bet365, but he is at plus 450. So that's where I locked him in, plus 450 at Bet365. So yeah, Soderstrom, I went with him yesterday. He hit a home run yesterday, but he had a ridiculous 4 hard hits yesterday, and all 4 of them left the bat 100 miles an hour or faster. So like I'm just showing you the box score here. 4 hard hits. Now, Lawrence Butler did well. He had 3. Brent Rooker did well. He had 2. Those are also both good dong plays for tonight. But Soderstrom had 4. And you look at the exit velocity here. He had 106.5, too low of a launch angle. Wasn't a home run. He had a line out that was 105.3 miles per hour off the bat. His home run was hit at 103.9 miles per hour off the bat, 28-degree launch angle. That's perfect. And then he had another ground out that was 100.3 miles per hour off the bat. But 4 hits that left the bat 100 miles an hour or above is phenomenal. It continues a ridiculous stretch that he's on. I mean, look who's tied with Shohei Ohtani with 9 barrels over the last 14 days. That would be one Tyler Soderstrom. And you want to look at barrels because barrels shows you a guy that's A, hitting the ball hard, and B, putting the ball in the air. Like a barrel is anything that's 98 miles per hour off the bat or faster, and a launch angle between, I think it's like 27 and 30 degrees, something like that. So when someone's barreling the ball up, basically all you need to know is that he's hitting the ball hard and he's putting the ball in the air. So that's kind of what we're looking for someone to hit a home run. And you just look at his game log here. I mean, his last 3 games, 2 barrels, 1 barrel, 1 barrel, combined 8 hard hits in his last 3 games as well. The dude is just absolutely on fire. I mean, he leads the league in home runs, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, he's going to have pretty good stats. Now, the pitcher he's going up against is Freddie Peralta. Now, Peralta is not a terrible pitcher. You look at his home run per 9, and this might take a little bit to load, so I'll go over to Game Day Insights here. But he's not a terrible pitcher by any means. He's not necessarily as bad as some of the other guys that we are targeting today, but he's not anybody that I'm scared off of either. I mean, barrel rate of 7% isn't terrible. That's a pretty low hard hit rate, admittedly 29% against lefties. But the thing here is he throws a fastball like over 60% of the time, and he'll challenge batters with his fastball, which is what I like. And Soderstrom, I mean, yeah, the guy's going to have good stats because he leads the league in home runs. But on the year against four-seam fastballs, 23% barrel rate, 83% hard hit rate. It's just insane, the numbers that he has overall, and then also against four-seamers. And then again, Freddie Peralta, like his home run per nine the last couple of years, 1.41, 1.35. Those are numbers that I'm scared of, right? That's not anybody that's an amazing home run pitcher, right? And when you target batters with fastballs, yeah, you're going to get a lot of punch outs. You're also going to allow a lot of home runs as well. So I like targeting Tyler Soderstrom to hit a home run. It's a decent advantage in favor of him, according to Ballpark Pal. Granted, it's a young hitter, so there's not always a ton of data off of him. Like, as you can see, Tyler Soderstrom hasn't faced much right-handed pitching, but the right-handed pitching that he has faced, he's hit nukes off of this year. Like, if we just look at him, take away the filter of four-seam fastballs, I mean, his stats this year, 16% barrel rate, 55% hard hit rate against righties, 8 home runs. It's just ridiculous. So that's all we got. That's our third and final pick of the video. Tyler Soderstrom to hit a home run. Couple lanes that I want to give out real quick. Now, I mentioned that this game, Wrigley Field, juicy home run game. Look at how they're pricing this. I mean, Corbin Carroll is priced at plus 215. That's disgusting. Eugenio Suarez, priced at plus 200. That's disgusting. Pavin Smith, somebody that you guys might not have even heard of, priced at plus 310. Now, he's actually slightly positive EV, the plus 210 for Pavin Smith, or excuse me, plus 310, because Ballpark Pal prices that at plus 303. So you're getting a little bit of value here. But Gurriel, plus 360, 375. Josh Naylor is the only one that's priced reasonably at plus 440. So if I was going to bet anybody on the Diamondbacks, it would be Josh Naylor at plus 440. And then on the Cubs side, they're going up against Corbin Burns, who is obviously a really good pitcher. So, I mean, you're getting plus EV, according to Ballpark Pal, on Kyle Tucker at plus 340. So if you wanted to go there, I wouldn't hate that. And the other play that I liked in this game for the Cubbies was Pete Crow Armstrong. You're getting him at plus 480. Which also isn't terrible. I held off on this game because I just don't think you're getting any value based on the odds. Another guy that I really liked today is James Wood. He's actually plus 600 at Bet365. The reason why, and he's got a juicy matchup against a dong ball type of pitcher. The only reason why I didn't bet it was because it's cold at Coors and it's going to be like a wintry mix. Like, it's winds blowing in. It's in the mid 30s, so it's a disgusting weather game, which is why I ended up not going with him. I was really, really close to sending out James Wood. Like, I had everything typed out, and then I looked more into, like, I knew it was bad weather, but I didn't realize why, and that it's because it honestly might snow in Colorado, which is not great. And then the only other lean that I had was, I looked at Gunnar Henderson a lot. I mean, you're getting phenomenal odds, plus 600 on him to hit a home run. Ballpark Pal prices him at plus 426, so you're getting a good price on Gunnar Henderson. Only reason why I didn't bet him is he's going up against a lefty, and Andrew Abbott isn't terrible against lefties himself. So, you know, if I was adding a fourth one, it probably would be Gunnar at plus 600, but because I upped my unit size on Ohtani, I only wanted to roll with 3. But if any of those leans speak to you, I don't hate them at all. But that's all we got. So it's 3 official bangers for you guys to lock in: Ohtani, Jorge Polanco, Tyler Soderstrom. If one of these guys hits a home run, we're making money. If all 3 hit a home run, that would be phenomenal. Real quick, let's look at if all 3 hit a home run, here's how much we will profit on the Dong report real quick. If you let me do that math, 3.24 units if all 3 hit a home run. That sounds great to me. I appreciate everybody for watching. Make sure to like the video, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out Ballpark Pal, the best MLB tool on the market, not just for betting, just in general. Check out my Tails account, which is where I send all my plays out. It's $10 a month if you just want to get everything sent to you early. Again, thank you all for watching, and make sure to bet responsibly and have a good one.